Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. I'm Ombra and today I'm gonna expose to you how the healing work on Rise to War 2.0. In this guide I will explain you how the healing of your commander work in a battle, which value and statistic are relevant to increase that value, and I will provide you the formula for calculate that by yourself. But first and start with this video, I wanna ask you to smash like on that and also subscribe to my channel if you are not already. This is the best way for support me and is completely free. So the formula for calculate the max healing done of a commander skill is 9.6 multiplied by the commander level multiplied by the skill value plus the skill scaling statistic multiplied by the scaling value, that's divided by 100 multiplied by the commander bonus, and this is the max healing done. We have 9.6 and that is a fixed value. You always gonna have this 9.6 on your formula and is used for calculate the max healing done of your skill. That 9.6 is multiplied by the commander level, the level of your commander. It's pretty easy to know, you can find on the screen on the commander under the respect level. Then you have the skill value, the number indicated on the text of the skill. For example, here on Warship Captain we have restore 40% HP, and this is the skill value, but when you're gonna apply that on the formula, you're gonna remove the percentage from that, so you're gonna write only 40. Then you have a scaling statistic. A lot of skill gonna have a statistic that improve the amount of healing done, and in the majority of the case that statistic gonna be the focus. So again, inside the skill text you're gonna see effect modified by the focus stat, and you're gonna know the focus gonna be the stat. Then you have the scaling value, and that is the number you have to multiply for the scaling stat. The scaling value is not written inside of game and you have to determine calculating that. But don't be scared, because I plan to do in the future a file where I'm gonna gather all the scaling value and I'm gonna put this file for free on my Discord. Then you have 100 that divide for removing the percentage, and you have to multiply that for the commander bonus, a statistic you can find on the profile of your commander. If you go and check on Azure Core, for example, under commander you can push on that, you're gonna see the command statistic and you can see healing granted by the commander's formation plus 19%. Also in this case you have to remove the percentage, so in this case I'm gonna write 1.19 for example. So let's make a practical example of the formula applied in a real battle. In this report we have the Undying with the skill Second Wind, and we wanna know how much healing this skill gonna provide to the army. We already know the factor we need. In first place we're gonna take the level of the commander, in this case is 37. Then we need to know the skill value, and Second Wind have 1000%, so we're gonna remove the percent and we're gonna write 1000. Then we need to know the scaling statistic, and we can see here is the focus. If I remove the webcam you can also see the focus is 42 in this case, but it's not a real number we have to consider because the game rounds the number up or down to generate an integer, but then in the calculation consider the decimal. So for now the real number, in this case 42.5, we need to calculate that from the level 0 of the Undying, and we have to add the focus per level. And then for last we're gonna tap on commander for see the bonus. Healing granted by this commander's formation is plus 65.8%. So again we're gonna transform this 65.8% in 1.658 for add simply in the calculation. That represents an increase of 65.8%. In the guide I write, I make all the example with all the data you need for this example, and I also write the scaling value, and in this case is 2. So the calculation will be 9.6 multiplied by 37, the level of the commander, multiplied by 1000 plus 42.5 multiplied by 2, divide by 100 and multiply by 1.658. And that's gonna bring us to 6389 with a 7 on the decimal. We know the game removed the decimal, so the value gonna be 6390. This is the heal we expect to have on every single hit on that report. So if we go in the report on round 4, when the healing trigger, we're gonna have 3 rounds of healing. 2 of them is 6390, exactly the number we say. One of that is not exactly the number, so it's 6230. Why that, Ombra? It's simple, cause the formula calculates the max healing done, but like I explained in my guide, the healing value also varies based on the amount of damage received prior to the healing. In fact, it will never be possible to recover more life than the life your army previously lost. We estimate the maximum healing possible around 90% of the damage you receive. This prevents an army very strong with a lot of healing to go and fight a weak army, and instead of losing troop, revive that. Talking about which statistic to increase to improve your healing, in my opinion, the best way is increase the command, because you're not only gonna increase your healing receiving, but also your damage reduction, so you become a very strong tank. You can also think to increase your scaling statistic, but in the majority of the case, it's not so worth. There's commander very worth with a lot of scaling, but in general, the best statistic is the command. Then, if you have the correct command with a very high scaling, you can go for the specific statistic like focus. That's all for this guide about the healing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, just smash like on that and also subscribe to my channel for future content. Let me know in the comment what you think, and also if you want more content technical like that. I wanna remember you also I have an affiliation code with the game that allow you to buy gems directly from the site of the game, and if you use my link, the devs gonna recognize me a little commission. Like always, I wanna say thank you for following me and see you in the next. Woo!